Hi everyone, Christina here. Welcome to another Make a Card Monday video. Last year around Mother's Day, I created a DIY Mother's Day card and you guys really seemed to like it. So I thought I would do it this year with some washi tape and also with a printed sentiment that looks like it's handwritten. So what I've done for the handwritten sentiment is I've taken a font. This font is Melanie Lane. I'll have a link to where you can buy it online if you want to use this font. I just took the font, I typed out Happy Mother's Day, and then printed it in a really pale gray ink so that as I write over the top of it, you won't even be able to see that light gray underneath. So I'm going to take this black pen. This is a Pentel Fude Touch sign painting pen. I don't think I said that correctly, but I'll have links in the video description or at my blog. It's basically a marker that has a flexible tip so that you can get thicks and thins while you're writing. So I'm going to be doing an example using some thicks and thins first, and then I'll show you how to do this with just a regular point marker. So I'm using the tip and I'm making the downstrokes much thicker than the upstrokes. So you'll notice as I go down that I really put lots of pressure on that pen and add a lot, and then I lighten up on the pressure and go in just a really thin line for the rest. Speeding up the video process here so that it doesn't take too long. But I'm just tracing over that really pale gray type that's been printed out. This is a really great way to kind of test yourself with some calligraphy if you don't quite know the letter forms yet. So now I'm going to show you with a regular black marker. I'm going to switch to just a Memento marker. This is Tuxedo Black. And I'm just using the fine tip and I'm going over all of those letters, and I'm not going to be varying the weight of line or anything like that. I just want it to be very simple. This is a really easy way to add a handwritten look onto your cards. So I'm just going over this with the black pen. This would be a great thing to do if you wanted to add your sentiment in a color of ink that you might not have as stamping ink, but you do have a pen that's that color. You could definitely do this with even a greeting stamp if you stamped it in a very light gray and then went over the top with a marker or a pen. So I'm going to be using the one that has the thicks and thins. I think it looks pretty cool. And I'm going to start working on the rest of the card. And this is where the kind of like the DIY with the washi tape comes in. First, folding my card in half so that I know exactly how big that front of the card is while I'm working. And now I'm going to take some white embroidery floss. You could use thread or baker's twine or string or anything like that for this portion of the card. What I'm doing is I'm just stretching it across the front at a couple of different diagonal angles. And where those end on the edge of the card, I'm just going to draw in some little tick marks with a pencil. And I'm going to be doing 2 rows of banners on a string. So I'm just putting those on. And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut just little tiny notches where those pencil marks are. This is going to create a place for the string to rest on the edges of the card, and so it won't slide around or move away from those areas where I want it. So now I'm going to take that white embroidery floss and I'm just going to let it sit right inside those notches that I've created, and I'll wrap it around the front of the card. I'm going to have the inside of the card have a tie, a little bow on it. I'm not too concerned about that showing. If you don't want that showing, you could definitely put another piece of cardstock or some pattern paper or just any paper over the inside of the card so it would cover up this knot or bow right here. But I figure it's a DIY handmade card. People know it's handmade. It's not a problem if they can see the string on the inside of the card. So after the string was wrapped around the front of the card, I'm going to be creating some really simple banner shapes using washi tape. I've got 4 different colors of washi tape here, and if you don't have washi tape, you could definitely do this with just some colored tape or even some strips of pattern paper or wrapping paper. You would just need to add some glue on the back side of those strips. But basically, I'm going to slide the washi tape underneath with the sticky side up and then fold it over. So this creates the banner, and then I'll take my scissors and I'm going to cut a little ribbon end on the bottom. So the upside down V shape on the bottom. And this will create all of those banners that go all the way across the card. So I'm going to speed up this process so it's a little bit faster. And I'm just going to give you some tips and tricks on how you can do this most efficiently. So like I said before, you could use any type of pattern paper or ribbon or anything you want with this. I think it's really essential to do it after you've attached your string, because then you know exactly where those banners are going to be. For example, I moved that yellow banner up away from the edge because I didn't want it to be running into the word happy. And also when I get to the top row of banner shapes, I'm not going to have as many banners nearing the right side of the card, because that area between the top and bottom banners it's a little more narrow right there, so I can't have any banner shapes too close to that bottom row. So this is a really fun card. You could definitely adapt this to other holidays or other kinds of cards. I think it'd be really fun to do a birthday card with really colorful banners, or even a congratulations card, or like a baby card for a baby shower, or anything like that. I also wanted to mention that I did vary the shape on the bottom of a couple banners just so there was a little more interest. I did just a diagonal line on the white with black hearts on the top row, and also the purple polka dots on the bottom row. And there are all of my little banner shapes. Super fast and easy. I think I completed this card in about 15 minutes. If you've never done a card like this before, it might take you a little bit longer, but it's definitely very simple and easy to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys on Wednesday for a brand new Color Wednesday video. Thanks so much for watching. If you're looking for some additional Mother's Day card ideas, I have 3 on screen right now for you. I did these 3 last year for Mother's Day or around Mother's Day, so you could definitely do any of these. There's cards on either side, and in the center is a very small gift card holder, so you can have fun with those. Thank you so much for watching today. You can catch me on social media at Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest, and I will see you guys on Wednesday.